What's going on, guys? Ryan Martello here at the Crypto Fiend Studios, bringing you guys the hottest, the latest, and everything crypto-related news. Today, we have finally heard the announcement for Verge. Verge has partnered with MindGeek. Now, MindGeek is the owner of PornHub and Brazzers. If you guys didn't know, the largest adult entertainment platforms in the world. Now, as you can tell by the price movement, the community isn't too happy about this partnership. Now, there's a couple of things that definitely factor into the price movement right now, which we'll talk about in a second. But to start things off, I feel like Verge didn't necessarily handle this partnership the way they should have. They really hyped it up to the point where people really thought it was going to be something phenomenal, as well as Verge saying it was going to push them to the top 3 cryptocurrency, which I'm sure in the long term, maybe the real long term is possible, but as of right now, there's no way Verge is getting anywhere near the top 3 currencies. Verge was really optimistic. They were really pushing this, saying that this was a company that transacts billions of dollars every year all around the world, which PornHub and Brazzers do. They have about 100 million users a day, which is pretty incredible. So overall, I'm not bashing them on their partnership because, let's be realistic, PornHub, whether you like it or not, is a huge partnership for Verge and for cryptocurrencies. Now, is it going to send it to the moon? No, it's not going to send it to the moon. Is it going to get mass adoption for cryptocurrencies? Most likely not, but it will definitely help start to bring new users into the crypto space, because you have millions and millions of people that use these adult websites that are going to want to use a form of anonymous currency, so they don't have to put those transactions, on their debit card, credit card, all that kind of stuff, where everything is transparent. So with this, I think it is a very big partnership. You have 100 million users a day that are going to be using PornHub, and they are starting to use the Verge currency. So overall, this is going to raise the volume for Verge. Not necessarily right away, but over time, we could definitely see a growth in the use case of Verge, because that's what it's all about. It's about really getting Verge out there, starting to get use cases for it, and this is one of them. Now, I'm pretty shocked it was PornHub, honestly, because the way they were routing it, where they needed the fund money that they raised, I believe $3 million, 75 million Verge. They were saying how they needed that for promotions as well as Ledger Nano S integrations, that kind of stuff. But with the promotion side of things, this is something that's really going to promote itself. Not necessarily in a good way. I feel like this will definitely reflect off of Verge as a currency where people aren't going to necessarily take them too seriously in the future. This is a big partnership, don't get me wrong, and I'm happy for them, but this is definitely something that they didn't handle correctly. So that's that. With the price movement, as you can see, it's not doing too hot. We had this little dip last night. We hit around 11.5 cents. Let's go to the 1 day. Last night we hit 11.5 cents, and then this morning we just broke down. I really think this was mainly due to Verge's timing. Verge was planning on announcing this partnership at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they did not announce it till roughly I believe roughly 10:40. So 10:40, 40 minutes late. This is thousands and thousands of people that have a lot of money invested in a Verge that were greatly anticipating this event, this announcement at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to be 40 minutes late, to post this 40 minutes after people were anticipating the time, of course you're going to see a price drop, because you have all those people, speculating that this is a scam, they just ran off with our money, all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely going to play into the price movement. I think that's a big part of it, because I was personally watching the price movement from around 9:30 onward, and it just slowly went down and down and down. And then at one point, it went from around 9 cents to 7 cents in the matter of 10 minutes, all due to, I think, them posting this 40 minutes after it was meant to be posted. So that did not help at all. I think the PornHub partnership overall is with the MindGeek partnership is a big deal. I think it is going to help them overall, especially with the volume that you need for a currency, any currency, to get it up in the ranks. But as of right now, it's definitely going to need to cool down from this. It's going to need to get its publicity, and who knows where it can go. But I've tend to notice in the past with adult entertainment jumping into the crypto space, people aren't very fond of it for obvious reasons. It's not necessarily something that has to be in the crypto space or is needed. And a lot of crypto enthusiasts are very passionate on blockchain technology, utilizing blockchain technology to benefit the future of the world. And having, Playboy jump in and PornHub, it doesn't really, help out too much in the space. Now, overall, this is a pretty exciting partnership. Now, it might not be the partnership everyone wanted because you can't always get what you ask for, but overall, this is definitely going to help with the adoption of Verge and definitely help with the volume of Verge, because you're going to have over 100 million people seeing that Verge cryptocurrency is going to be used on the PornHub and Brazzers websites. So who knows where the volume can go for Verge. We could potentially see a little volume spike very soon, maybe to people wanting to test out the payment method on the adult websites or something like that, but you can't really tell until it happens. So if we go down here to the price movement, this is the 1 day, but let's go to the 7 day to get a little more perspective. As you can see, the price has been all over the place this past week for Verge, for obvious reasons. There's a lot of speculation of it being a scam, as well as this big partnership, who it's going to be, all that kind of stuff. So obviously you're going to have radical price movement, but earlier this week we started around, we'll say 8 cents. And we were fluctuating between 8 and 10 cents all the way through the week until last night. Last night, I don't have a specific time, 4 p.m., 4 a.m. UTC. I don't know what that conversion is, but we were around 8 cents, and since that we exploded up to around 11.5 cents. Now, I think this was definitely mainly due to Verge posting on their Telegram this article right here. This article is discussing this whole partnership, thanking everyone for getting the funds together, the crowd fund to make this partnership happen, all that kind of stuff. They go on to talk about why they needed the funds, and then they go on to talk about how this announcement will be aired at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this announcement got a lot of heads turning, got a lot of volume pumping into Verge. As you can see, we went from 8 cents to a high of 11.5 cents. And then we began to taper off before the announcement occurred. And I think this was definitely due to people just cashing out on the hype, all that kind of stuff, selling on the news. But what this big drop definitely, why this occurred was not necessarily to the partnership announcement, but to the timing. Verge was awful at doing this. Verge told everyone, thousands and thousands of people, they were going to be making this announcement at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Verge made this announcement at 10:40 a.m. Now, I know that's only 40 minutes, but 40 minutes is a lot of time for people to sit around and wait for Verge to make this announcement in speculation, because you're going to have all those speculators thinking, oh, this is a scam, there was never an announcement, they just ran off with the funds, all that kind of stuff. So for that 40-minute period greatly affected Verge. We went from roughly 10 cents to, I believe, around 8.5 cents between that 40-minute period of the announcement. So that did not help out at all when it came to the price movement. And then after the announcement, I feel like a lot of people were just discouraged that it was PornHub, because people were saying, oh, this is going to be aired all over the world, it can't be PornHub, it has to be PayPal, Alibaba, someone huge. As well as Verge was really pushing that this big partnership was a huge company that transacts billions of dollars a year and has a lot of volume daily, which PornHub and Brazzers do. But I think people were more expecting a kind of a payment system like PayPal, MasterCard, something like that. So overall, I think people got really discouraged when they found out it was PornHub, and we saw this dip this dump, not a dip, this dump that we experienced. So if we look at the 7-day, you could definitely see this does not look good for Verge. Where we can go from here, no one can really tell. We could definitely see a little volume come in, maybe due to this announcement. People are going to start using it on the platform. They don't have an official announcement of when it's going to be on PornHub and Brazzers to use, but until then we'll just have to sit around and wait. So I'm kind of glad this whole speculation is over for Verge, because I know I have been talking about Verge a lot on this channel. So definitely we can definitely have a cool down from Verge, not talking about it for a while, because I definitely think this is gonna set Verge back a little bit, because a lot of people are discouraged from this announcement. Verge was sitting around the 17th rank this morning, and it's already at the 21st rank. So as you can see, people are not liking this announcement at all. So let me know down below what you guys feel about this announcement. If you think PornHub and Brazzers is a big deal for cryptocurrencies, is it really going to help with mass adoption, all that good stuff. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It greatly helps out the channel, and you can get awesome cryptocurrency content in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next.